Welcome to Scoring Initial ELPAC Writing Responses in the Teacher Hand Scoring System, or THSS, a video production about the English Language Proficiency Assessments for California, brought to you by the California Department of Education. By the end of this tutorial, you will be able to use the THSS to enter scores for the initial ELPAC writing domain for grades 3 through 12. To open the THSS, log into the Test Operations Management System, or TOMS. Type in your username and password, then select Secure Logon. Once in TOMS, select the Links tab. Then, select the THSS link. You can also access the THSS link on the CAASPP and ELPAC website. Once in the THSS, you will be asked to select a school from the list. Your role and access level in the THSS will be determined by your role at the organization you select. If you are associated with more than one LEA, you may first have to select a district. Once you have selected the district and institution, select Continue. Next, you will be taken to the THSS dashboard. On this page, the assessments needing to be scored, the number of students, the number of items to score, and the number of items to submit are displayed. This page also includes visual clues to help users identify pending tests that are waiting to be scored. An indicator icon will appear in the Days in System column, along with the number of days the tests have been in the system. Please note that in this system, questions are called items. Throughout the video, the terms are used interchangeably. On the dashboard, users can easily search for a test by entering the keyword in the keyword search box. The dashboard view also includes a filtering feature that provides score administrators with the ability to narrow the list of assessments. Back on the dashboard, select an assessment to move to the assessment scoring screen. If you are a score administrator, such as an ELPAC coordinator or a local scoring correspondence coordinator, this screen displays all students who have submitted a test. Your view includes a column labeled Assignee. As a score administrator, you can reassign students to scorers, including assigning students to yourself. To reassign all students, check the box next to the Reassign header. This will select all students. Then select the Reassign button. Individual students can be reassigned by selecting the box next to their name in the Reassign column. In the Reassign to New Scorer pop-up window, select an assignee from the drop-down menu. If necessary, add notes for the next scorer in the Note field. Next, select Reassign. If you are a test examiner or a data entry staff member and are assigned the role of scorer, you will only have access to score students you administered the test to or were assigned to you. Each column on the assessment scoring screen can be ordered using the up and down arrows. By default, only the student name arrow is visible. You can reveal the arrows for the other columns by hovering next to each header. The Items to Score section lists the questions and the points possible for each question. The word Score under each question column indicates that the response has not been scored. Numbers under the question column indicate the score that has been given to the response. Items can be reassigned to anyone, scored or not, as long as they haven't been submitted. Scores that have been submitted will no longer be visible. To score student responses that are assigned to you, select a score link in the Items to Score section. Here we are selecting Score in the question 1:2 point column. This is the item scoring view. This screen is where you will review the student response and assign a score. The THSS uses the full window to display all relevant information needed for users to score writing responses. Let's review each section and the various functions. The forward and back navigation arrows next to Current Item allow a scorer to easily navigate between responses by the same student. The up and down navigation arrows next to Current Student allow a scorer to navigate between students. This allows you to score the same question for different students without navigating back to the assessment scoring page. Some scorers prefer this over scoring all responses by one student at a time. The Item Score section is where you will assign a score. The scoring criteria are listed, as are the maximum points allowed for the item. The arrow down will open a drop-down list where you will select the student's score for this item. The Scoring Notes section displays the users previously assigned to the items, along with any notes or messages they have included. It displays all users, the date of the note, and the text of the note. Moving down the page, the item prompt is visible along with the student response. Depending on the size of your computer monitor, you may need to scroll to view the entirety of the prompt and response. Scores can collapse or expand the test item section to expand or hide the item prompt and the student response. To have the text of the item prompt read to you using a screen reader, select the speaker-shaped icon. When viewing the item, the default setting displays it in the Scorers view. You can select the Student Settings toggle button to view the item the same way the students view it. In this view, there will be a play button instead of the speaker-shaped icon. Select that play button to have the item read aloud. Scoring rubrics and anchor samples are available to assist in scoring. To review the rubric and anchor samples, select the Rubric and Resources toggle button. Now, the rubric, the item prompt, and the student response will be visible together on the screen. With the Rubric and Resources toggle button selected, 3 new sections appear: Item Details, Item Resources, and Rubric. These may be collapsed or open. Under Item Details, you will find the content standard or standards the item aligns to. Under Item Resources is a link to the anchor samples for the item. Select the Anchor Samples link and the anchor sample chart will download to your device. Open the chart in a separate window to aid in scoring. These charts contain responses that exemplify each score point from the rubric. They also include justifications that highlight the rubric points present in the written response. Select the arrow down next to Rubric and scroll to view the entire scoring rubric for the item. Whatever view settings you choose on an item scoring screen will be maintained in other item scoring screens and even after you log out. Once you have finished scoring all of a student's responses, return to the assessment scoring screen to submit scores. To return to that screen, select the Assessment Scoring link in the dashboard header. You can only submit scores for students that are assigned to you. In the Submit column, select the box next to the students whose scores you wish to submit. To select all of the students assigned to you that have been scored, check the box next to the Submit header. Once students are selected, select the Submit Scores button to submit the scores. All users can assign responses that are not yet submitted to other scorers. Scorers and score administrators at the site level can reassign student responses to another scorer or score administrator within their school. Score administrators at the local educational agency or LEA level can reassign students to any other score or score administrator within their LEA. Once responses are assigned to another scorer, those responses leave the initial scorer's response list and appear in the new scorer's response list. TOMS will send daily notification emails to scorers and score administrators when there are student responses that need to be scored. Items that have been scored but not submitted, and items that have not been scored will appear on your list if they have been assigned to you. Items that have had their scores submitted will not appear and cannot be viewed or retrieved. If any items were scored by mistake or need to be rescored after they were submitted, the LEA ELPAC coordinator will need to file a Security and Test Administration Incident Reporting System, or STARS case, in TOMS. For more information, please visit the CAASPP and ELPAC website. Thanks for watching.